In this video series, we are going to begin with the JavaScript. JavaScript is basically a scripting language which can be embedded in a HTML page. HTML page simply means any web page which is running on World Wide Web. Once you embed the JavaScript in the page, you can provide the various functionalities to that particular web page, such as you can put some validations, you can make the page even more interactive, you can put some animation kind of things. So that is all we can do using the JavaScript. So make sure before getting started with the JavaScript, you have the sufficient knowledge of HTML and CSS, as we will be working with the web page, and these two are the important things which you must know for creating the interactive web page. Now, here, as I just said, it's a scripting language, but if I'll add something more, I will say it is a client-side scripting language. Client-side means whenever you will execute the JavaScript on a web page, the complete execution will happen on the client side only. There will be no server-side interaction while executing the JavaScript. That's why whenever we'll try to do some operations like putting the validations or doing the animation like things, everything will execute on the client side, which will also efficiently execute the page. Means the performance of the page will be more better. Now, something more about JavaScript. Let's see. It is untyped. Untyped means if we know something about the programming languages, you may know about the thing called data types, which specifies the type of data we are going to process. But while working with JavaScript, you will observe like it is untyped, means it is not a type safe language. So whenever you will have to store something, you will just use a variant type, and that type can store any type of value. So we will have to take care like which type of data we are going to manipulate manually. Apart from that, it is multi-paradigm, means you can do various kinds of development, website development things related to JavaScripts. Nowadays, JavaScript is also a backbone of so many different technologies like jQuery, AngularJS, Node.js, and so many JS-like technology you may be hearing nowadays. It is functional, which will make the code even more modular. You can split the particular code in the different functions, and you can call them up on a particular event, as it is also event driven. So using JavaScript in such a way will make it wonderful, and so that we can use it even more creatively. It is interpreted by browser's JavaScript engine. Now, if the question comes like when I write a simple HTML, how it runs? Every browser has a parser which reads the HTML tags and render the text accordingly. For example, if I use h1 tag, so the text written within the h1 would be shown as the h1, as a heading 1, the biggest heading. But if I say, what about JavaScript? Means if I am writing some logical code, some programming like code, how the browser will be able to execute that? So for that, as it is mentioned, every browser has the JavaScript engine. For example, for Chrome, it is V8 engine. For different browsers, it's different engine. So that JavaScript engine is actually able enough to execute the code which is written in the JavaScript. And make sure while doing this, your JavaScript must be enabled for that particular browser. Only then you will be able to see the execution of your JavaScript code. Now, let's move on to some more advantages of JavaScript, as it is less server interaction. Alright, means while executing, it will execute mostly on the client side, so it will be a lesser interaction with the server, and that will make the performance better. Alright, because if the code is here only and it is running on the client side, the page will not be posted back to the server again and again, and that will definitely enhance the performance of your web page. Richer interface. As in jQuery, we internally use some of the functions of JavaScript which makes the interface even more better. So you can say like it will give you a richer interface through animations or through some dynamic CSS kind of things, which will make it even more attractive and the client will feel like good while working with the web pages. Increased interactivity, that's what it means. All right, when you will create a rich interface, a more interactive interface, it will be good for the client and it will keep on coming to you. So these are some key features of JavaScript. From our next video onwards, we will start with the implementation of it.